Our title of this video is Sifu says don't compete and don't teach. I think that's a really hard thing for people to do. You know, the people that study the martial arts, a lot of the people that are in it to really excel, they want to do something with it. They either want to compete with what they learn or they want to teach. You know, both ways are ways of gaining recognition, both ways of potentially making money, both ways are potentially ways of becoming famous. The people that don't care for those things are usually people that are in it, or that are in the martial arts, are into the martial arts more for self-development, self-growth, and it's not so much a profession, but it's more so just to enhance their everyday lives and just to help them grow as better people, and they'll basically be students for life. But then there are other people that go into it with the mentality of they want to one day teach, they want to compete, they want to get fame eventually, they want to make money, they want to, gain recognition, they want to feel important, they want other people to see what they're doing. And those types of people, when there's a Sifu, a Chinese martial arts master, he's going to set guidelines, and a lot of times the people that practice, they might not want to listen, so they'll study the art, and then there might be a Sifu, he's a master in the Chinese martial arts, and then he's teaching, and then they're like, well, I'm learning, but I want to do something with this. Like, I'm really good at sparring, I'm really good at fighting, and what you're telling me that I can't compete, it's like really hard for them to not do that. It's like they want to compete, they're itching to compete, they want to test what they know. So then they're when people get really good, they're just more likely to not want to listen to the Sifu anymore and just do what they want to do. And then that could destroy the relationship that they have built with the Sifu, and then they end up just, they stop going to the school, and then they just do what they want to do. It could be that situation, or it could be the situation when it comes to teaching. Teaching, in a way, in my eyes, is like another ego expression, rather than basically beating somebody up to show how superior you are. You want to be seen as a person who's a teacher above other people. So you want to place yourself above other people as a teacher. I'm not saying that all teachers are like this, but for the people that are narcissistic, or the people that are very ego driven, they see teaching as a way of controlling other people, managing other people, being above other people, seeing other people that are below them as inferior. So it can very much be used as an ego expression. Not in all cases, but definitely in a lot of cases. So you could have somebody who's in there who's the egomaniac, and then he's basically itching, and he has to teach. Teaching to him is just, is the drive to teach is just as powerful as the drive to compete. So he either has to compete or he has to teach. Now, if you have the Sifu that steps in and says, look, I don't want you to teach, and I don't want you to compete either. Now he's taking away both forms of ego expression to express power, and that's going to make it very difficult for the person that's training to adhere to those rules. So what ends up happening is, a lot of times, he'll learn, and then he'll just get rid of the Sifu, he'll just stop going to the school, and then just does whatever he wants to do. And that's the thing that I'm talking about. It's like that Chinese, that the Sifu, the Chinese martial art master, there is a reason why he feels that way. There's a reason why he doesn't want them to compete. There's a reason why he doesn't want them to teach. And once the student breaks that, breaks those rules, they're no longer representing, the art that the Sifu was trying to teach. Now they're representing themselves, and they have effectively corrupted the art that the Sifu was trying to imbibe into the student. So now they're going at different paths, and they're no longer on the same page. And I think that happens quite often. And a lot of people out there don't really have masters or sifus anymore. They're just on their own, doing their own thing, but yet they're still trying to claim the reputation of the Eastern arts as if it's the same thing, but it's not.